Facebook is doing some weird things. Good morning again. Facebook is doing some weird things. Facebook has done this since a couple days ago. I was just, I'm doing a live broadcast, and immediately it says finish video. Like I just pushed it to finish it, and it's it's not me. It's Facebook. So we were talking about it. If for all the people, good morning. Para toda la gente, muy buenos días. Para toda la gente en español, ahorita haré un video en español. Y para seguir platicando acerca del tema. For all the people in Spanish, I will do a video in Spanish after I finish this one. We were talking about the National Guard. If you go back to my other video, we just talked about how it's not the amount of people that basically AMLO has been telling us that he's going to send. And it's a start. I will tell you, it's a start. Is better than not having nobody. But they're put in the wrong place, and it's a crucial place that is important to have inspection, but you already have the military right there. So I think that they need to be put in them where it's much needed, that is in the border where they had the agreement. Where they had the agreement was at the border. It was not in the middle of the desert at a checkpoint. It was at the border. So, we will go right now. Later on this afternoon, we are going to go to the certain parts where I can show you if they have moved to another place, and if they had also, if we see more amounts of more quantities or more people of the National Guard. So it's really important for us to know if how many of them had arrived over to our city of Tijuana. How many? Because it's the most visited border in the world, the border of Tijuana, and also is the border that has more transit regarding trafficking of drugs and humans. So the National Guard needs to be right here. Needs to be right here. The Mexican National Guard needs to be right here. So, I'm not agreeing where they are putting the National Guard. It is a checkpoint that is a crucial checkpoint where they inspection drugs and trafficking of children, and they're inspectioning or they're checking truck drivers, and and they're checking buses and all this stuff. Yes, it is good. I believe that it's good. But as you see at the video on the top, it says Puerto de Revisión Militar Centinela. It says Port of Inspection Military Point of Inspection. So if you already have the military at that particular checkpoint, why you send the National Guard over there? The agreement was to send the National Guard to the border. I want to see the National Guard in the border where there's no wall. I want to see the National Guard where there are shelters and they're fleeing away. I want to see the National Guard going to every shelter and checking for documents. I want to see the National Guard guarding our city. I want to see the National Guard guarding the borders, guarding the San Ysidro border before they enter, guarding the Otay border before they enter. I want to see the National Guard in the mountains. I want to see the National Guard walking the wall and checking every part of the wall. I want to see a soldier from the National Guard recording and checking the wall. This is okay. This is open. This is open. Okay, Pedro, there is an opening right there. Stay over there. I want to see the National Guard like that. The National Guard was not brought, Mr. President AMLO, my president, it was not brought to our state just to be at a checkpoint. It was brought to secure the citizens of every border, of the border of Tamaulipas, of the border of Nuevo León, Monterrey, of the border of Coahuila, of the border of Chihuahua, of the border of Nogales, Arizona, of the border of Baja California, of our borders. It was not brought to be at a checkpoint where there's already military. If you already have the Marines at a checkpoint, why you bring the National Guard at that checkpoint? The only positive thing about this is they already brought the National Guard. That's the only good thing about it. The bad thing about it is that they're in the wrong place. They're not in the right place where they need to be. That's the problem. That is the problem. That they don't listen. They don't listen, and they want to be stubborn, and they want to be at a checkpoint where there's already military. So let's see what happens in the week. Let's see if we're going to be, informing you guys. And we are going to be talking to some people that, they can give us information if they have, moved to other parts of our state. And if they have moved into other parts of our border. So if they have done that, we are going to be giving you guys the information so we will know if they're really doing their job, if the National Guard is really doing their job, or if the orders from our president of the National Guard are really, going through. And another subject, I want to do a really quick video because I need to do one in Spanish. And another subject, he told, like I said in the last video that it got cut off, he told everyone that he was going to send 15,000 to 6 states. The 6 states that connect to United States. They're really big states. Chihuahua is the biggest state in our country. So, it's gonna, they need that amount, but I haven't seen like the thousands of amounts. So I need to see that. So also, on another thing, another subject I want to touch, there was a news page that give Oscar Blue and Border Network News recognition. I want to thank Mr. Dennis Michael Lynch for sharing our work in Tapachula, Chiapas. He basically mentions our name, Oscar Blue. He mentions our name, Mr. Dennis Michael Lynch, mentions our name in his article. And thank you so much for putting our work in your article. Also, I want to thank you to acknowledging that we went to Tapachula. That means that a lot of people are watching. And thank you so much for watching our videos, and and telling everyone that there's no 6,000 in our border, and there's no 6,000 in Tapachula, that I crossed in a water raft, that I saw Mr. Dennis Michael Lynch. I saw trafficking of gasoline from Guatemala to our country. I saw, Mr. Lynch, how they were trafficking goods from one country to another. I saw also, Mr. Lynch, how they were people crossing back and forth without no customs at a river. I saw also, Mr. Lynch, how our customs is a joke in Mexico. How can I just cross without giving no information to nobody, no passport, no ID, and cross in a bicycle that is called a tricycle, that has, a compartment in the front where you can sit? I saw all of those factors. And not only that, I saw really poor security at the shelters, that they're really important security. They're really important shelters in Tapachula, that is siglo XXI, 21st century, where they just had an altercation with people from Haiti and Africa because they don't want to give them the humanitarian visa. And they told them before They come into our border. They told them they're not giving visas of transit, and they don't care. They're coming in the water rafts. And the problem is, Mr. Lynch, that they're not putting the National Guard, and we don't have a customs, we don't have a Mexican customs that they can take care with honesty, integrity, and also they can fight for our country at that river. Suchiate River it's called. Suchiate River. It is a joke, Mr. Lynch, that I'm recording the tracks of the beast of the train, that I'm recording the entrance, that it was damaged by more than 80,000 migrants that they have been crossing through that Suchiate Bridge. And it is embarrassing that a Mexican custom is so concerned of me recording the bridge that at the same time he's not concerned that they're crossing hundreds of gallons of gasoline trafficking without permission from Guatemala to Mexico. So I will ask you this, Mr. Lynch. I know that you're a really smart guy, extremely smart guy. This is a question that everybody asks themselves. You can imagine if they're doing that in the morning, what do you think they're doing at night? Imagine the tons of drugs, the tons of people that move late at night, undocumented people. Even you're talking to people on the water raft and they say, oh, just I'm crossing over there to Mexico to just buy some groceries. Do you have a passport? Do you have an ID? They don't have nothing. So it's a reality, and I want to thank you so much for acknowledging my work. Thank you so much for acknowledging Border Network News work. Thank you so much for sharing my name in your article. I appreciate you so much with all humbleness. Thank you so much for putting attention to our work. Thank you. That is Michael Lynch. Thank you, sir. And yes, they're not doing anything about it in the Tapachula South Door. Just for you to know, if God permits us, we are going to go again. Next in a couple of months, probably we're going to go again to show you how in the mountains they're doing all types of activities, also recruiting in the mountains of Tapachula, in the mountains of Tuxtla, in the jungle. So thank you so much. I want to appreciate and everybody that follows me wants to say thank you, Mr. Dennis Michael Lynch. Thank you so much for sharing in your article, putting my name in your article. That is much appreciated. Thank you so much, sir. And hope that you continue your phenomenal and great work, informative and professional work, as we are trying to do the best that we can over here to be as professional and as informative as we can. That is around it, people. We will talk to each other later on. Patriot Warrior Caravan is on. Patriot Warrior Caravan is on. For everybody that wants to, for the Patriots, they want to, the Patriot freelancers and the Patriot independent reporters and all that stuff, that they want to go to Chiapas, to Tapachula, Chiapas, support their GoFund. We have all types of people that are coming from all parts of the country. You got Mr. Ben Berquan from Frontline America. You got Cindy and Duke from South Dakota. You got Political Adventure, from Miami. Also you got Amy and Melinda from San Diego right here. Also, you got you have also this Miss Marjorie that she's running for Congress. Also, she is interested in going. Also, we have Anthony, my partner, that is going, that he wants to go, extremely wants to go. And and also I'm forgetting, I don't know if I'm forgetting someone. If I'm forgetting someone, I'm sorry. That's the people that I just heard that they want to go. That's the people that I heard of that they want to go. So we are going to basically, start the Patriot Warrior Caravan, and it is, a trip for documenting and for doing coverage of the reality in that part of Tapachula and the Suchiate River. Also Jennifer from Arizona Patriots. I'm sorry, I forgot Jennifer from Arizona Patriots. Also, she wants to go. So so thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you to everybody. God bless everybody, really. God bless everybody. God bless you guys. And for the people that have been supporting me since the start, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys are the ones that push Border Network News and push Oscar Blue and push Mr. Anthony Agüero. Look how much you push Anthony, that he's right now having the opportunity to run for Congress. That is phenomenal. That is outstanding. That this individual has so much love for his country and for his part of the city that he's running for Congress to defend it. Thank you so much. Have a phenomenal and magnificent day. We will see each other later on this afternoon with more news. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Remember, peace and love, and always your country is first.